Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I decided to get a video in at 7 o'clock this morning before I went and got my exercise in, okay, and get my day started. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay. That's exactly what the like algorithm. Okay. Also, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button and hit the notification button. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. Okay. You can hit up the super thanks and you can hit up the Cash App. I want to thank the people in advance that have been supporting the channel by way of Cash App or super thanks or whatever. There are quite a few of them. Little Good Bear, who done it. Um, it's been quite a few, that is always consistently supporting. And my members, I love you guys. I thank you guys so much, and my subscribers as a whole, just for your support. Okay. But I wanted to talk about they thought they got away. Okay. Um I don't know if you all can remember, and going back to when young Dolph was assassinated, right? And of course, like I said, we're at the middle end of this case. And um, and so things are starting to happen again, right? Things are starting to happen again. And I don't know if you all remember, but when this first happened, okay, when young Dolph was first assassinated, a lot of little young dudes went live that call themselves ops of either young Dolph or some of his artists. They went live gloating, right? I never seen anything like it before. I just didn't know that evilness lived in young adults like it is now, and it is being encouraged by older adults. Okay, it was just very unrealistic. And so there was this young man, um it was CEO Bobby and JoJo Splat that had gone live, and I played the video a while back. I found the video because they've tried to scrub everything off of the internet as if that's gonna help. It's not gonna help at all. Okay. Because one thing about it, whatever you put on the internet, by law, they have to keep it for 7 years, even after you have deleted it. 7 or 8 years, the FBI can get it. Police can subpoena it. And so, um, anyways, there was when they was trolling, and they wanted people to know that they had been a part um of this, or they knew something about it. And I can remember when CEO Bobby and JoJo Splat was on live, there was someone in the back, and they say it was Little Double O. They say it's Little Double O. I guess that's him. But I'm going to show you all the video, okay? I'm going to show you all the video, and this is basically why I named the video this. Okay?
What the fuck y'all got going on? What the fuck y'all got going on?
What's up, bro?
Keep going up.
What the fuck y'all got going on?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Keep going up.
What the fuck y'all got going on?
Yo.
Yeah.
What the fuck y'all got going on?
He thought he got away. What you say?
He got
away.
The fuck? Take them glasses off.
Hey, you gotta tell me.
Okay, I don't know if that's a double O, but somebody said that in my chat before. I don't know if that's actually the double O, but we saw like this was right after, like the night after, something like that, when young Dolph was Assassinated, where these ones got on live, and they were all just kind of trolling, because you know them and Straight Drop and Orange Mountain Quest, all of these little dudes in some way or another had an affiliation with Black Youngster, or somebody within the CMG camp, right? And so they was trolling. They was showing, you know, the pre-chain that they had. They basically put a lot of stuff into the atmosphere. And so you could hear the young man with the money talking about he thought he got away. It's just something about him saying that it's just really sinister to me. As time go on, I'm sure as they start to put more stuff into the atmosphere, everybody would know why that statement is extremely chilling and um sickening. Okay, and you could tell that JoJo Splat and them were uncomfortable, even though they were on there trolling. And do I think that they played a part? Yeah, they were too involved. It was other cars and stuff out there. You better know it. You better know it. You better know it. Okay. So, um, that's the reason I titled this video. They thought they got away because they thought they had gotten away. But as I always say, you may get by for a little while, but you may get by, but you never get away. Okay. They thought they got away, but they didn't know that they was building the foundation when they was trolling and things of that nature. They was actually, even though they had done a sinister, evil thing, they was setting the foundation for Young Dolph's family in the near future to get justice. See, the devil meant it for bad, but God turned around and made it good for Young Dolph's family, because it was a lot of what they put into the atmosphere. Although they thought they was hurting the pre-artists and they wanted to put into the atmosphere that they knew what had happened and was probably a part of it in some way or another. Because as I said, was other cars out there. All these little dudes hung together. Okay. They didn't know that it was the setup for the get back. And I'm talking about that God's get back, right? And so now we see a lot of people have kind of gone into seclusion and all of that. Because you know, here, I never understood how people like to try to play victim. Okay, when they do wrong, they like to try and play victim. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm texting somebody. When they do wrong, they like to try and play victim. Okay. Um and now we see things are coming to pass. It was going to happen anyways. But I just think when God is in the plan, he kind of allows he touched the heart of man to make them do what is necessary. Even if they are thinking that they're doing it to save themselves, it is still always the plan of God when you start seeing, things of this nature. So that's the reason why I did this video. They thought they got away. I was thinking about last night when we were talking. Y'all need to go back and look at last night's live. It was a juicy live. And one of my subscribers had sent me a Instagram post of Gotti it was at about 10:30 when he had posted on Twitter on November 17th, 2021. And he said, I got a question. And he puts his hand on his face like he's thinking. And that just seemed like a very cryptic message, because if you listen to some people, they were saying that Gotti said that he had gone to sleep and he woke up to all of this stuff. Like he woke up and people were saying that Young Dolph had been killed, because remember, they were in Miami. Well, if you look at that post, okay, and I know they want to try to say that a lot of this stuff was Photoshop, but one thing for sure, the feds know if it's Photoshopped or not. So I guess they want to try to put out a facade to the public, because they sure can't camouflage anything as it relates to the Fed, because they know if it come from their account or not, and his phone too, right? And so but that was the message that he had put out, that he was asleep and he woke up and everybody was saying that young Dolph had been killed. But we see on that post, okay, as we were saying last night, that he posted that at 10:30 a.m. at around 10:30, approximately 10:30, 10:35 a.m. I have a question. That seems like a cryptic message, because the word is young Dolph was killed at about 11 a.m. Okay, that very same day. So he posts a message 30 minutes. I have a question that's extremely cryptic. Okay, and then young Dolph is assassinated. Okay, and it could mean nothing. Okay, or it could mean everything. But I find it weird that he would put that into the atmosphere in his rap music, you know, that he woke up to that, because I think they say he just kind of answered or addressed a lot of, you know, this situation with young Dolph in that floppy music that he had put out afterwards, you know, that didn't do too well. And said that he woke up to all of this, right? And hey, but it's showing in his Twitter message that 30 minutes before young Dolph, or approximately 30 minutes before young Dolph was killed, he had just posted on Twitter. Okay, and as I keep saying, that could be a cryptic message. You know, it goes back to, I was told by a credible source, okay, that there was a order for young Dolph not to come out of that cookie shop. I'm not saying that the order came from him. I'm just saying that that message is cryptic. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You know, if it walks like a snake and crawl like a snake, it ain't no barracuda. It's a snake. It's definitely something to think about. But either way the wind blows, November 17th, 2021 should not have happened. It should not have ended in that young man walking into a cookie shop. He was not a threat to anybody, and then getting shot inside of that cookie shop. You know, I just think that it's a messed up thing. But they thought they got away. And when I say they thought they got away, I'm talking about anybody that was involved. Okay. Anybody that was involved with this situation, that thought that they would skate or go unscathed. That's just not the laws of the earth. The laws of the earth says you have to reap what you sow. So the truth is, you never get away. You know, I get to thinking about like some of the things that they've done and said since young Dolph's murder. I got to show this. I got to because it's always a message, right? Hey, I ain't gonna get the preacher. Um, I'm not gonna get the preacher, but y'all don't have a mother that's a minister. So if I ever get preachy, it's because I come from a household with that. But it okay, so we see Straight Drop stepped on. Okay, that's his video, stepped on. And that video was released shortly after young Dolph was killed, maybe a few days to a week after he was killed, and he was talking about stepped on. And what Straight Drop didn't know is that even though he was putting that into the atmosphere to be evil, it was prophecy. As I was saying before, they meant it for bad, but God meant it for good. God says, I will make your enemies sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. Don't that means if he gonna make your enemies your footstool, don't that mean he gonna you gonna step on them? Okay. So he didn't know that when he was putting that into the atmosphere, as if, you know, they stepped on Dolph and assassinated him, because everybody was saying that song was subliminal. That God is doing the stepping now. Okay. You know, I always say karma is a female, because you know how we women are, we just we don't stop. Okay, we put on them heels and we steps. Okay, and she got on her red pumps. okay? And she is really stepping. So ain't they getting stepped on? Okay. But God is in this because God shook the earth. And that I don't care how much money a Jay-Z, a Gotti, or a Russell Simmons, or any of those Jewish funders that they got, any of those Eastern funders that they got, they can't shake the earth. They can't do it like God can do it, even with the amount of money that they have. And their money only buys them fools, right? Because we got people now that'll do anything for money, but the earth shook. Okay. As I always say, that was an indication that they would not get away. They thought they had got away, but they didn't understand God shook the earth that night to let them know you will not get away. So then Straight Drop dropped that song, Stepped On, and God says, all right, I'm gonna get ready to make Young Dolph's enemies his footstool. Now his family is gonna be able to step on them, and he's stepping on them in the spiritual because he's still spinning in the spiritual, right? But they thought they had gotten away, okay? But you never get away. I don't think Gotti, and I have to say, because like I said, there was another female vlogger who was putting a lot of Young Dolph's Yo Gotti's Twitter messages, okay, and I'm sure other vloggers had it too though, but I saw it on her page when they was putting a lot of those Twitter messages, okay, into the atmosphere, okay, where um he was posting on his Twitter. See, a lot of people don't go on Twitter. They kind of deal with either Facebook or Instagram. And so he was putting stuff into the atmosphere, cryptic messages, and then deleting them. Okay. That's exactly what was going on. But I'm sure his attorney told him to disassociate himself, but God allowed him to be that involved because whether people believe it or not, God was very involved in this when this first happened. I'm sure at the counsel of his attorney, when when his attorney dropped Straight Drop, they kind of disassociated themselves, period. And he hadn't said a really another thing right about it. Not even too many cryptic messages. But they thought they got away. But you never get away, you never get away. And that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. I thought that Shondell Barnett didn't have a warrant in the computer network because for some reason I don't know if I was if the system was down, because the systems will go down. But I kept putting his name in last night, and it was saying that he didn't have a warrant anymore. So then I tried it again this morning, and it came up. Okay, you never get away. You never get away. Shondell Barnett, you think about all of these people that played an intricate part of this Young Dolph's case, but you either don't hear about them or something, okay? And so that just kind of lets you know that everything is going to be okay. Okay, because even when you don't hear about them, it don't mean that they've gotten away. You never get away. Okay, you never get away. But anyways, you guys, that's what I wanted to talk about. They thought they got away. It's just something about that. I just believe it sticks out in my mind with that young man saying that, and you see how uncomfortable it made JoJo Splat and CEO Bobby. He thought he got away. I'm sure when the trial starts, we'll know why he said that, right? We'll know exactly why he said that. I think it's a darn shame before God how they gang stalked this young man and then slaughtered him the way that they did. But guess what? They thought they would get away. But God won't let them. God is not going to allow it. He didn't allow it, okay? But anyways, you guys, I got to get ready to run because I got a full day. So I'm going to make this video short. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe, okay? If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App, okay? I want you guys to know that I appreciate your support so much. I'll speak with you later.